Hello everyone, it's Al Nygren, Executive Director and Curator of the New Jersey Film Festival, back to tell you about our Spring 2019 Film Festival, which will begin on January 25th and run on select Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings through March 1st. And we'll be doing a series of filmmaker interviews with some of the local filmmakers, and we have two wonderful ones here today to talk about their amazing horror comedy film, Teenage Bloodsuckin Bimbos. And I'm here today with Anthony Catanese.
Yes.
And Sarah Casey. Sarah is the producer, and Anthony's the director or co-producer.
Correct, yes.
So tell us, how did you guys get involved in this crazy movie?
Well, we've been making movies for years together, and we just sold our last film, and it's a little bit more risque than this movie, so we were like, let's try to make a movie that we can maybe tell people about and not feel embarrassed or be able to describe it. So I was like, all right, I'll write a vampire movie. Everybody likes vampires. That seems sellable. But of course, at the end of the day, once we still ended up being like a DIY movie. That's the name of our company. It was always a little weird and off kilter, so it's not exactly what I set out to do, make a straight line, broad film, but we just try to make something a little bit more palatable and a little more
Well, let's tell our audience a little bit about it. We have three vampires.
Correct.
Who are these very interesting women who are very sexual, and yet at the same time they're out for blood.
Right. They use, like, that's the thing with the title, Teenage Bloodsuckin Bimbos, is these girls know how to use their charms to trick men back to their place to get their blood. So they use that as their way to lure men in.
Yeah, so, I mean, but how did you guys find these gals? I mean, some of them are actually working in the business. They're not amateurs.
Yeah, the one girl, Gigi, she was an actress. She came in for an audition. We auditioned everybody. So they just came in for auditions, and Gigi, she was on American Grit with John Cena. So she came in, this is actually her first role ever, and she said she usually doesn't get roles because of her voice. She has a very high-pitched voice. I was like, oh, well, that's why you're getting this role, is because of your voice. And then Destiny, who was the main vampire, she was an actress. She came out, I think this was her first movie too, her first big thing. And then we actually had another girl cast in the part of April, but she quit the day before we started filming. So luckily, Penny came in. I called her up and I was like, hey, will you be in this movie? She didn't have a script or anything. She says, yeah, I'll do it. And she's like an award-winning burlesque dancer.
Yeah, yeah.
So luckily she came in, and she always helps us out. So I knew her, and she came in and saved the day at the last minute.
They were very comfortable in front of the camera, and they're very interesting. I mean, they're all different types of personalities, sizes,
right.
But they're all kind of sexy in their own right, and yet they use that to lure unsuspecting victims to their demise.
And even behind the scenes, as soon as they got together, they were like best friends right away. They all really clicked together.
But how long did it take you to make this film?
Forever.
We started probably August of 2016, and we were still shooting special effects and stuff up until
it looks like the special effects probably took the most work, because they're pretty amazing.
Yeah, I think principal photography it was like a month, maybe 2 months, 2.5 months.
Yeah.
But then I was like, okay, because it was summertime, and then you could tell it was really hot and everything. And then when the seasons changed, we really couldn't film. So it was like another year
before you could get
before we can like finish and do all that stuff.
And the post-production part, the special effects took 5 times as long, or?
No, what happened was we had people working, like we were going to do CGI stuff, and then it just didn't work. And at the end of the day, I was like, let's just go do this practically. Yeah. And we did it in like a weekend.
That's
like the
crazy.
Weekend before it was supposed to premiere.
Wow.
So.
Doesn't look that way.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, we were talking before, and you said it was a no-budget film, but it doesn't look that way. I mean, we were talking about how it can look cheesy,
right,
but in a good way. I mean, the film itself will appeal to a wide variety of people who are looking for camp films.
Right. Yeah, I wanted to make something that was like
very campy.
I'm a huge fan of like USA Up All Night. Like I grew up watching. Like that's where I got like a lot of my education on film. So I just wanted to make something. Okay, I can see this playing on USA Up All Night. That was my goal.
You guys are based in Trenton.
Yes.
Have you always been from Trenton area?
Yeah.
And there's a vibrant scene of kind of alternative underground film and media.
Yeah, Trenton's huge right now with like the art scene and everything. Everyone's out there just, whether it's building bikes or doing paintings, music, everything that's going on out there right now.
Well, tell us a little bit more about the film so our audience knows what to expect.
It's comedy horror. Supposed to be my best selling person here. Sarah, why don't you tell a little bit about it?
It's a Mean Girls meets
There you go. Lost Boys.
Lost Boys. Yeah. That's usually how we describe it to people.
And I think that's a very good description, and certainly a film that everybody should come and check out. I should tell you that we're going to be screening your film as the feature. The way our festival works is that we primarily have a short film or a couple of short films prior to a feature film. So yours is the feature. And there are two other similarly themed films that will be playing prior to yours. The first is by a fellow named Bill Rosenthal. He's from Newton, Massachusetts, and his is called Rule of Thumb. And it's also about a young gal who does a little bit of preying on her boyfriends, plural. And then Ash is by Anthony Lapira, who's from Norwood, New Jersey. So they're both going to be there as part of this gala about horror movies. And all three of you will be there to do a Q&A, so our audience will get to see and interact with you, which is one of the pluses of our festival. So folks, you got to come and check out this great film, Teenage Bloodsuckin' Bimbos. Anthony's going to be there, Sarah's going to be there, a cast and crew will be there as well. So you can interact with them at our screening. That's on Saturday, January 26th. The program starts at 7 p.m. in our state-of-the-art facility, which is Voorhees Hall, room 105 on the Rutgers University College Avenue campus. We're about a block away from the New Brunswick train station. And come on down and check it out. You guys, thanks so much for coming. We really appreciated the film.
It was great.
You coming to the festival, and I hope folks will come and check you out.
Oh, they will. See you there.